guys? I'm about to go to the grocery store, but I wanted to talk about a huge thing of importance when it comes to this dating game that a lot of people don't realize. You know, since this channel is mastering dating, we're talking about dating today. So the thing that's of huge importance that I think most people don't realize when it comes to dating is knowing when, sorry, I'm trying to get my camera right, knowing when to let go of a toxic relationship, knowing when to let go of a toxic situation. Now, that doesn't mean you have to fully cut the person off. That doesn't mean you have to burn bridges. I do that sometimes, and that's not good either, because even someone you've been in a relationship with, even if the relationship goes toxic, you can always transition it to friends with benefits. You can always transition it to an open relationship. You can always transition it to just being friends. If you know what you're doing. But you have to be very careful who you get close to. You have to be very careful who you're giving your time to. You have to be very careful who you're giving your energy to. You have to be very careful the frame of the interaction. Because there's a lot of women out here that they're very toxic, they're very narcissistic, they're very abusive, and they don't actually love you. They just want to use you for your wallet. They just want to use you for your validation. They just want to use you for whatever it is you have to give. And that can be okay sometimes. Maybe you just want to use them for some sex. Maybe you just want to have a fun time. Maybe you're not really that in concern. Maybe you're not really that invested in the outcome and you're just trying to have some fun. So you're okay with that. And no one is perfect. So in the end, if you do end up getting serious with someone, you're gonna settle either way. You're gonna have to make compromises one way or another. No one is perfect for the most part, unless you meet a unicorn, which if you do, shout out to you. If you actually do meet that perfect partner, never let them go. Hold on to them forever, because that's rare if you meet someone like that. You know, if you truly met someone that was right for you, hold on to them forever if you can. But for the most part, like, one problem that people have with dating is they get into a toxic situation and they don't know how to move on quick enough. And so they stay stuck in these toxic situations forever. A lot of people are in a toxic marriage for life. And to me, that's failing at dating. You're not happy. You're miserable. You don't have the strength to let go. You're in and again, you don't have to miss the person if you do it right. One problem is, a lot of times when girls would piss me off, I'd crash out on them, I'd threaten them, I'd burn bridges. That's not good either. You want to take the middle path. Again, everything in life is about balance. You can always transition to fuck buddies. You could still have your fun, you just don't have to take her serious. You can always transition to friends, or you can always just stay there and never let it get to that point. A lot of women will try to push for a relationship, and you can just be a man that has strong boundaries and just say no. That's a mistake that I make a lot, is these women, they try to push for a relationship and then you say yes too early and then they don't appreciate the relationship and it just creates a bunch of problems. So you have to know when to move on. You have to know who to drop when. You have to know who's worthy of your time and who isn't, because the wrong person can keep you from the right person. And that's something you have to keep in mind, is you're not always losing someone. Sometimes you're just losing toxicity. Sometimes that person is keeping you from doing things or meeting people that actually really would make you happy. Sometimes that person's actually getting in the way of what really would make you happy. And to find what you truly want, sometimes you have to remove what's not serving you. So it's not always a loss. Sometimes you're actually gaining more than you lose when a toxic person leaves your life. And you have to develop the discernment to be able to see that and to understand that. And it can take time, and it can take street smarts, and it can take experiences. And that's why you want to get out there and date, so you can gain these experiences, so you can learn what type of women you like and what type of woman you don't like. You know, and never let a woman go through your phone if you just met her. That's one piece of advice. But yeah, I'm at the store right now. I just wanted to shoot a quick little video for you guys. You gotta know who to give your energy to. You gotta know who's friends with benefits. You gotta know who's wifey material. You gotta know who's just an acquaintance. You gotta know who's worth spending every day of the week together. Some girls maybe you can see once a week. Some girls maybe you see once a month. Some girls maybe you see every day. Some girls you commit to, some girls you don't. Once you learn the discernment of that, your dating life will get 1,000 times more successful. Not everyone deserves your access, and learning who to cut off and who to drop and who to keep, and understanding that sometimes when you're losing someone that's toxic, you're not actually losing anything, because you're opening up space for better things to come into your life. That understanding can really get you through to have higher levels of success in your dating life. So I hope this helped. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys, and until next one, I'm out. Love and peace.